Yes, it hurts to see cars that have been neglected and are covered in a layer of dust and dirt. The worst, however, is always the abandoned exotic cars parked by the roadside, slowly rotting away and bringing a tear to the eye of any supercar enthusiast. Lamborghini MIURA. Aristotle Onassis, who later married Jackie Kennedy, was a wealthy Greek playboy who loved collecting pricey toys. He purchased this Lamborghini MIURA in 1969. Amazingly, he then gave the Lambo to Greek singer Stamatis Kokotas as a gift. Between 1969 and 1972, Stamatis put 50,000 miles on the vehicle before the engine failed. To have the engine fixed, Stamatis returned it to the Lamborghini factory in Italy. He left the MIURA in the Hilton Hotel's garage in Athens while he was waiting. Since no one ever considered paying Lamborghini for their labor for some reason, the engine was kept in Italy as collateral. For 30 years, the car's body sat in the Hilton parking lot. In the end, Lamborghini arranged for the engine and body to be put back together and sold at an auction in 2012. It sold for around $480,000. The Bugatti VEYRON. With good cause, the Bugatti VEYRON has earned the title of a super sports car. It is one of the most expensive cars in the world, with a price tag of $1.5 million. The VEYRON in this video is clearly past its prime. The hypercar is said to have been left in the depths of Mother Russia. Less than 24 hours after the picture first appeared online, it has already generated a lot of discussion. Some people assert that the machine is the property of a Moscow exotic and luxury car dealer, but we've also included a photo of the costly incident. If you look closely at the blurred-out decal on the exterior of the crashed VEYRON, you can see a logo that seems to be that of the Otto Lehmann dealership that claims ownership of the vehicle, Audi R8. The Audi R8 is undoubtedly one of the most famous sports cars to have ever graced the world, and Tony Stark's Iron Man's preferred vehicle. In contrast, this vehicle has also been abandoned in Kalangut, Goa, where it has been left to rust and collect dust, just like every other vehicle in the video. Although it has been asserted that the owner did not repair the vehicle after it flooded in the state, it has not yet been revealed specifically who the owner of this white Audi R8 V10 is. There have also been rumors that the car was involved in a drunk driving accident, although these rumors have not been completely confirmed. Ferrari F40. This beauty belonged to Saddam Hussein's oldest son, Udoy. After Udoy was killed during a shootout with American soldiers, it was abandoned during the Iraq War. It was discovered in Iraq, covered in sand and dust, and it was lacking crucial parts, making it unable to start. The vehicle is still in that condition, and the initial agreement to ship it to the UK and have it fixed has also been scrapped because the current owner is asking $1.150 million to sell it. But a more secure garage was chosen for the supercar, which has only traveled 2,300 miles. Rahad, Udoy's sister, who lives in Jordan, took to Twitter to threaten anyone who owns her family's personal property. Le Mans Blue Jaguar XJ220. Only 281 of these bad boys were ever produced, making them limited edition cars. The car, which was initially sold in Dubai, was reportedly last seen in Beirut, Lebanon 6 years ago. It was discovered abandoned with only 900 kilometers on the clock. This poor car, which was one of the rarest on the planet, was simply thrown away like an empty beer can. Nobody is aware of either who abandoned it or why. It also vanished shortly after being found in 2009, and no one has seen it since. It makes you wonder why this guy ever bought a car like this in the first place after seeing it abandoned. Can you picture this vehicle in Lebanon's Beirut? If you liked our first 5 picks, don't forget to smash that like button. It keeps the almighty YouTube algorithm happy, and you keep getting these videos for free. Lamborghini Countach. What is this in your garage, Grandpa? It's my lawnmower, Billy. Along with the Ferraris and DeLoreans of the time, the iconic Lamborghini Countach was the typical Playboy accessory. Billy's grandfather's desire for extremely short shorts, mullet hairstyles, and loud colors is understandable, but it is unfortunate that his Countach most likely spent the previous 30 years in his garage. This oldie starts and probably runs, judging by the gas and oil containers on the floor. Sure, it could use some tender loving care. The 4-liter V12, on the other hand, has a respectable 375 horsepower and a top speed of almost 190 miles per hour. It moves more quickly than your Honda Accord. So what can we learn from this? Be kind to your grandparents, because you never know what you might inherit in the future. Rolls-Royce Phantom Centurion. Someone in Las Vegas originally purchased this vehicle in 2007. The car was auctioned off for $300,000 on eBay in early 2008. Once more, only a few months after the financial crisis, the Rolls-Royce appeared in Russia in December 2008. Not in some oligarch billionaire's garage. No, not in Vladimir Putin's convoy either. This piece of mechanical art was discovered abandoned by a railroad track in St. Petersburg. The car was in pretty good shape, aside from the fact that it was covered in snow and lacking its fenders, headlights, wheels, and taillights. According to an unconfirmed rumor, the Russian owner of the car was discovered deceased in the trunk. Given that we're talking about Russia, sounds like it could be true. 1983 DeLorean DMC-12. You won't likely encounter something like this on a typical hike through the woods. In the Sacramento car enthusiast community, there had long been rumors that a barely used DeLorean was rotting away 2 hours from the city center. The long-lost car was finally discovered in 2009 by a group of adventurers using hastily constructed maps based on numerous unconfirmed tips, and they took these pictures to demonstrate the veracity of the legend. The DeLorean was covered in what appeared to be 30 years' worth of dust, weeds, and branches, and was miles from any common hiking trail. It was tucked away in the middle of the woods. Ironically, the only thing that was discovered inside was a box that held the nylon cover for the car. Nobody is aware of how or why it got there. Most people believe it was left there in 1985 by a crazy, wide-eyed scientist blacksmith and his schoolteacher wife, Clara. Ferrari ENZO. Seeing a supercar like that is a sad sight. The expat who purchased the ENZO reportedly had a very heavy foot and infrequently heeded parking signs. He managed to accrue $30,000 in fines for parking and traffic infractions. However, I understand what you're thinking. $30,000 must be pennies for someone who can afford a $1.6 million Ferrari, right? Well, it turns out that the owner didn't leave his ENZO in a scorching hot and dusty Dubai parking lot for 20 months because of the money. He did it to stay out of jail. Unpaid taxes are regarded as a serious crime in Dubai and are frequently met with a jail sentence as punishment. There have been numerous offers to buy the car, but the police are unable to accept any of them. So, it stays parked forever. MAYBACH 57. This $650,000 MAYBACH 57 was decanned in August 2012. It's hard to believe that someone who could afford a MAYBACH 57 would just leave it somewhere. But that's exactly what the owner did. For more than 4 months, the car had been parked there. With all the dust that had accumulated, tourists started making finger graffiti. Even the back was marked with "Rich Bitch" in capital letters. The abandoned Ferrari ENZO is unquestionably the winner when it comes to vehicles left for dead, despite how nice the MAYBACH 57 is. We're going to assume that the owner of the car suffered a tragic accident and was forced to flee the country, leaving the car without a driver. On a related note, would you ever abandon your car like this? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.